I'm just scratching the surface. I'm just scratching the surface. I'm just scratching the surface.
Good evening, Knicks fans. It's your boy. And you are now tuned into another episode of OU and Knicks podcast. I'd like to thank you all for joining me today. And I hope that you're doing well, no matter the circumstances regarding the world we live in today. We're going to put them aside for a while, because we got a lot on our plate, if you know what I mean. We're going to be talking the draft.
I'm just scratching the surface.
What should we do? What shouldn't we do? And we're just going to build upon everything that's going on with the New York Knicks in entirety. I hope that we can. I hope that we could get a full podcast out. We're also going to touch base on Julius Randle again. And of course, we'll be talking about some RJ Barrett wanting to play for Team Canada. I'd like to thank you for joining me. And if you are new to the channel or a returning viewer and you haven't subscribed, then what are you doing? Hit that subscribe button for your boy and become a part of our Knicks family. And don't forget to like, comment, and share. I wanted to ask you guys about, calling in sometimes, because I could always turn the phones on and let you guys give me your thoughts live. It's always good to get your advice, because you guys are taking out your time to come and share this moment with me. So any way that I can make these segments better for you guys, I'll definitely work on it, including the camera, because I got that too. I just be feeling like you guys really don't care about that type of stuff. And you're here for the discussion, just like myself. So, let me know what you guys are thinking. Let me know if you guys are, with those certain things. And, we could definitely work on that. Shout out to Hinker Harms. He said, thanks for the video. No, man, thank you for joining me. Shout out to Big Task at Hand. He said, go Rangers. Definitely. Go Rangers and go Amerks too. I'm pretty sure y'all don't really, delve into the AHL. So, go Amerks. Shout out to Albert Alvarez. He said, good evening for Puerto Rico. Shout out to you, brother. How's the weather out there? Hanker Harm said, happy to hear you take on the whole situation. Been waiting for it. Yeah, it's definitely a lot of stuff that I want to talk to you guys about. And definitely Knicks pride, Big Task. Definitely Knicks pride. You get what I'm saying? What's good with you too, White Falcon, man? I hope you're gonna give us some PG-13 right. That's what I'm talking about, bro. That's what I'm talking about. Well, enough of that. I know that you guys are ready to talk Knicks, so you know, let's get right into it, really. Now, the Knicks are looking for a fix. And I mean that literally. The Knicks came into the draft with the overall chance to win the 11th pick. And that's exactly what they did. Am I right? Now, the Knicks look to figure out what they expect to do this upcoming draft selection. And they have some choices to make. And I know that you guys probably have a lot of things that you got to say about that. And what are the choices that they have to make? The biggest question of all is, do they make a pick or do they sell to the highest bidder? Now, after I give my take, I want to know your opinion too. So I want you guys to get ready because I'm definitely going to be asking you guys how you feel about this upcoming draft. Because, I want to get your opinion and your opinion matters as well. Now, on my end, I'll totally be honest with you guys. I'm confused. On one hand, I see a few potentials that can, come to the team and do something, hopefully, and, gel with our younger players and learn the system so they can be contributors off the bench in limited minutes. Now, will they get those minutes with Thibodeau? I mean, I think not. But that's okay. As long as they get some minutes so they can develop into solid players. Because I know a lot of you guys are wishing that they just play the young players, but we still have to understand that, we are going to need vets to be able to move these kids along and get them ready, for the season and teach them how to play against NBA team. But they can develop into solid players in limited minutes. Now, do I see some players that definitely got upside to them? Sure. Now, I'll be honest with you guys. I haven't watched all of their games, so I'm not going to attempt to be an expert at it. But I did see, some highlights, and the word about them are good too. So I'll tell you exactly what I saw through the whole thing. Now, the first one will be Ousmane Dieng. He's a 6'10" forward slash center coming out of New Zealand. And overall, I think he is a good player. He has a solid jumper. He got clean shooting for him. But I feel like he will need to extend his range to the NBA level. Although he done showed signs that he can do that. Another thing I would say is he's not a fast player at all. Now, let me know. Have you guys seen Ousmane Dieng? Let me know in the comment section. Have you guys seen Ousmane Dieng? He's the player that will be on your left if you're looking at the screen. He's the player that's on your left. Shout out to White Falcon. He said, "How many kids do we have right now? What is this?" I mean, we do got a lot of kids, but man, we do need vets. Can you let me know if I'm wrong or am I right? Do the New York Knicks, although we have, RJ Barrett, who's just finishing his third year, Obi Toppin and Emmanuel Quickly, who just finished their second year. We also have Grimes. We also have McBride, who's just finished their rookie seasons. Who else do we have? We got Evan Fournier, a veteran, Taj, a veteran, Mitchell Robinson, who's I believe this is his fourth season, right? Yeah, he's finishing his fourth season in the league. We got him. I mean, we do have a plethora of young players. So do you feel like we need vets? Shout out to White Falcon. He said we have vets. Keep Rose and Taj. We need PG-13. Trust and believe, man. If I could get PG-13 to the Knicks, then that means RJ Barrett is gone. And I don't want that. But if I could get PG to the Knicks and be a small forward like you just said, then I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Long as it doesn't impact RJ Barrett, who I feel has the potential to be a leader on this team, I definitely wouldn't make that decision. You get what I mean? But like I was saying though, Usman Dieng, he is not a fast player at all. And because of that, I worry that it's going to be hard for him to be able to lose the most NBA defenders who are fast. But maybe he can finesse his way to the basket like players like, Luka Doncic. Shout out to Luka Doncic. They just finished up their season with the Golden State Warriors. They got put out, but we have to acknowledge that the Mavericks is going to be a problem coming into the future. Now, if he can be if he could be like a finesse player like, Luka Doncic, then he'll end up torching defenders because he got a nice clean floater in his arsenal that I seen. Shout out to Big Tass at hand. He says, "Where's White Falcon? I can't see him in the chat. That's my guy. White Falcon right here, bruh." White Falcon said, "Al Horford feet ain't fast, but oh boy." Exactly, that's what I'm saying. And when you take it a step further with like Kyle Anderson that's on the Memphis Grizzlies and Luka Doncic, these are not overly fast players. I could even say Brandon Ingram to a certain extent. He's not an overall very beat you off the dribble to the basket. He more of a finesse guy. So if Usman Dieng can, be a finesse guy to where he can, be able to finesse his handle and, get to the rim easily because he does have a nice floater. I truly think that Usman Dieng, would be he's going to be torching dudes in the NBA. Now, another thing that I noticed about Usman Dieng is he also can pass the ball. And I mean, really pass the ball. One thing that I saw, he keeps his head up when he's surveying the court. And just like I said earlier, if he can finesse like Luka, he'll be a steal. Because a few times when I was watching the video, he showed that he knows how to get the defense on his heels. And I seen him manipulate his way to the paint to feed cutters and feed cutters and rollers. Now, another thing that I've seen, he can also pass out the wing players, which will definitely work out in our favor when put in Quickly, RJ Barrett, Quentin Grimes when he comes off the bench, which I hope that he could end up starting this season, the next season coming up. But, he reminds me of Luka because Usman Dieng, from the highlights that I've seen from him, he's very calm. And not only that, he gives accurate passes. Shout out to Big Task at Haynes. Shout out to Hinker Harmus Parso. He said White Falcon probably shadow banned Buddy. No, Big task at hand. I think he did. Who y'all talking about, man? Who did he? Who did he shadow ban? Shout out to White Falcon. He said, "Laugh out loud. We need PG-13 to help Rose, RJ, Taj, and Mitch. Trade these picks. We have McBride, IQ, Grime, RJ, Cam, Obi, Sims, and Mitch. I forgot about Sims. Pardon me on that. That's 8 kids. Shout out to Julian Blum. He says, salute to you, brother, man. I hope all is well. I hope you bless you and your family. I hope every one of you guys that's in this chat right now and watching the video, I hope that all of you guys are blessed because, we've been going through a lot of things, man. If you really been paying attention to the world. Big Tass at hand said, oh, well, no big deal. So let me know, have you guys taken a look at Usman Dieng? Have you guys really, checked out? I'm not saying necessarily watched his, games, but have you guys watched his videos and seen the type of player that he is? Shout out to White Falcon. He said Rose, RJ, PG-13, Taj, Mitch, Kimba, Fournier, Cam, Obi, Sims, McBride, IQ, Grimes, get in when they fit. Trade Randall, Burks, Noel, and future picks. Hey, man, maybe we need to hire you to be the GM, White Falcon. I think you got what it takes, man, to be a GM, man. Let me know, man. Man, can you put in a position for the GM, man, for the Knicks, man? Just to be, even if you just an advisor, man, we need you as an advisor because if we could get PG-13, I know I wouldn't put Taj in that starting lineup. I'll put, Obi in that starting lineup over. And to be honest with you, I think I'll put Emmanuel quickly over Rose because Rose is getting to be an older player, so he can't really do the things that he did, and he needs to come off the bench because he seems to play better when he coming off the bench. Shout out to Hinker. He said, thanks, brother. Thank you again for this podcast. Very informative. I try to be, bro. I try to be. That's what I definitely try to be. For PG-13, what, White Falcon? Facts. Let's go Knicks. Hager said, checked out of the draft prospects. To be honest, I don't care. hey, 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 they got the 11th pick, man. So don't think that they can't come back with a player that's going to benefit the Knicks in the long run. Especially these 2 players that you see on the screen. These players, I believe, can come in and make, some sort of an impact on the New York Knicks next season. And like I was saying, man, overall, man, I like what I saw, and I hope the Knicks draft them if they choose to stay in the draft. I'm not gonna say whether or not they should, give away their picks because if they're gonna give away their picks, I'd rather them give away their picks for a star player and get Julius Randle on up out the building because I will have to package him for something because there's no way. But we're gonna talk about Julius Randle later. Another player, shout out to White Falcon. He said Taj brings defense and IQ full time. That's a fact. That's a fact. Rose plays 30 minutes a game. He didn't sit out all year for nothing. I believe that Rose was really hurt. I truly do. I believe that Rose was really hurt and that his body was, his age was really catching up to him, to be honest with you. So I don't think that it'll be beneficial for us to be able to, because if we really look at it, we still basing Derrick Rose off of that season that we went to the playoffs. And when you take into account that he came in when the season was halfway done, he wasn't really doing nothing while he was on, Detroit Pistons. So when he came into the season with the Knicks, he had a new, a new thing about him. He had something to fight for. He believed in the team. So, I believe that it was kind of fool's gold when it came to Derrick Rose in our playoff run. But I don't think that he's at the, that he's at the state in his career where he can give you play 30 minutes a night successfully. I don't really think that that's really going to happen. I believe that maybe 26 minutes, maybe 21 to 26 minutes a game, I believe that Derrick Rose will be good. And if you notice with Tom Thibodeau, he didn't play him as much in the beginning of games because he wanted to maintain his health and maintain his energy so he could play in the fourth quarters, because that's where Derrick Rose really matters. He's a closer. He's always been a closer. So I would say give him 21 to 26 minutes per game, if that, you get what I'm saying, to give his body some rest next season. White Falcon said Tibbs is here, right? Tibbs might start Rose and Taj at power forward. One last shot, right? Nah, I doubt it, man. Because I believe if he was, we seen the way that he played them, and I don't think that he was looking at them as starters. I think when he look at Taj and he look at Rose, I think he look at them as his second starting lineup. You get what I mean? Henker Harms said, true. New Zealand have talent. Look at Tua in the NFL. Facts. Every teammate is picking him to have a great season. Do you mean you talking as far as Usman Dieng to have a great season? Because I definitely believe that he could come in and be beneficial for the New York Knicks. I definitely think that. White Falcon said Rose is not old. Everyone keeps saying that. He is old, man. What you think, man? He's 33 years old. Listen, I'm not saying that he's old in age. I'm saying he's old as in how much his body can take now. You get what I mean? It's going to be easier for him to get injured opposed to a RJ Barrett or Obi Toppin or Emmanuel Quickly or Quentin Grimes. You get what I mean? Their body is strong enough to take it right now. Rose, if you be honest, is a fragile player. He's dealt with injuries his entire career, and I don't think that that's gonna ever, change. Hinker Harm said every player can play until 36 now, so no. I mean, they could, but look at the step that we seen from CP3. How he just, after his 37th birthday, he made a dramatic drop. Look at James Harden dealing with injuries. He's what, 32, 33, made a major drop. You're not going to be as effective unless you a really small player. You get what I mean? Like Curry. And if you, I mean, Rose is a smaller player, but he's already proved to be injury prone. So I mean, I just don't believe that he's beneficial being a starter for the New York Knicks. I don't think that Rose will be beneficial. He said, "Talk to me, GM. Trade Rose for Trey Jones right now." Now that's something that I definitely might do, because Trey Jones definitely is he's a bigger player. I think he's better in defense, and I believe I say they're about the same when it comes to the 3 point, you know, um, 3 point shooting. But I'm okay with keeping Rose as long as we keep him, because at the end of the day, he's a vet. He molded quickly to what quickly is now, and I'm pretty sure that you love the way they're quickly now. So I attribute all of that to Derrick Rose. So I would definitely keep him. I wouldn't want to trade him, but I also wouldn't want him to be a starter. I look at him as a player coming off the bench, being able to talk to the young players and let them know what they need to do to be able to take that next step in their careers. You get what I mean? But like I was saying, man, another player that I was thinking about, as far as when it comes to the draft, you'll see him. He's the player right here on your right, Benedict Mathurin. He's a 6'6" shooting guard out of Arizona State. He averaged what, 17 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, And he had some games where I could honestly say that he was lights out from deep. Despite him only shooting around 37% from three, which solid, in itself. Another thing that I notice about him is he's a solid defender. He could play the lane well, and he showed promise playing one-on-one defense. Though I seen some laps in some of his film. Now, would I say he's the type of player you could plug right into the starting five? That answer most likely would be a no. And it's not all because of the level of talent he'd be going up against, but it plays a part into it, right? And another part that it plays is because Evan Fournier, I believe, got acclimated to the team by the end of the regular season. He was shooting better. He was implementing himself into the offense better. And he just looked overall better. So my thought is, if you bring this guard in, he's 6'6", do you trade Evan Fournier to be able to put him into the starting lineup? Because I would still put him on the bench, to be honest with you, and I'll let you guys know. I think Quentin Grimes, to be honest with you, should be in the starting lineup. And I'm sold, guys. I mean, I'm really sold on Quentin Grimes. I think, to be honest with you, I know you guys going to probably laugh at me and think that I'm crazy, but I really think that Quentin Grimes will be the best shooter on our team next season. When I look at Quentin Grimes, I see Klay Thompson just written all over this kid. And he could defend, which is a big plus. So yes, you guys heard it here first. Quentin Grimes will be the best shooter on the Knicks roster next season. And he will average at least 14 to 18 points if he gets a starting position. What do you guys think about that? Hinker Harms, shout out to Hinker Harms. He said, I wish the rules still protected James Harden. Playoff rules discriminated against his play style. Yeah, I mean, we seen that all season, bro. We seen that all season with James Harden, that he wasn't gonna get, the type of, calls that he usually got. But I don't think that the drop off, look at that last playoff game, bro. He took two shots. Two shots. That's all he took. He took two shots and let his team get bounced up out of the playoff. Henker Harm said, not laughing because anything is possible. Definitely. 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 Shout out to White Falcon. He said, gotta trade Grimes. He needs a home on the Pelicans with Randle. So if you trade in Randle and Grimes to the Pelicans, who you bringing back, White Falcon? Do you bring back CJ McCollum, who just got traded there and feels like he likes it there? Do you feel like they'll be willing to give up a Zion Williamson? Do you think they'll be willing to give up on Brandon Ingram? So if we gotta trade Grimes and Julius Randle too, for Zion, man, I'm starting to believe, man, Zion is not coming here. I'm not going to say that's a definite answer because I know the friendship between him and RJ Barrett, but I really, really don't think that Zion is coming to the Knicks. I think he's going to opt in. I think he's going to get that 186 million contract. I think he's going to get the super max, the rookie max. Hinker Harn said, not Zion. He's dead. White Falcon said, Trey, RJ, Cam, Zion, Mitch, Kemba, Fournier, Burks, Taj. We already know that Kemba not going to stay on the bench. He's not going to do that. Kemba is gone. Kemba will not be on the New York Knicks next season. That's a guaranteed fact. Cam Johnson. I mean, not Cam Johnson. Um, Cam Reddish. He might not be on the New York Knicks come next season. White Falcon said McBride, IQ, Grimes, Sims will still be here. RJ and his Duke Big Four in New York Knicks. Hello. I mean, that's a Knicks fan's dream. But I really don't see Zion coming to the New York Knicks. I don't think he really wants to come to the New York Knicks. But overall, man, let me know your thoughts. Should the Knicks draft one of these two players that I got right here on the screen, Ousmane Dieng, out of New Zealand, show he got a shot, he got passing ability, he could be a floor general. Should the Knicks draft one of these two players or another player? And I just want to remind you guys, I didn't mention more because I kind of want to wait closer to the draft so I could study the players more. So let me know right now. Should the Knicks draft or sell? RJ can be the plug, White Falcon. RJ definitely can be the plug. I mean, hey, what you got? Oh, I gotta talk to you guys about this. White Falcon said, trade the pick for PG-13, a true vet and mentor for RJ is insanity. I definitely believe that. But if you're gonna trade for PG-13, what are you giving up? Because PG-13 is not gonna come cheap, bro. He is not gonna come cheap. And another player that people are thinking about is Damian Lillard. Now I wanted to ask you guys, did you guys hear the song where he referenced Emmanuel quickly when he said 51 mil annual? Something come quickly, Emmanuel. Did you guys hear that? Hicker Harm said, us as fans can only do so much. We subscribe to the MSG package. We follow every player, support the coach. Time for them to leave it all on the floor and show us. Get players who actually care. Man, I couldn't have said that better. I could not have said that better, bro. You just said what 90% of Knicks fans actually want. For the front office just to get things right. And I truly believe in my heart that Leon Rose, William Wesley, Scott Perry, and the entire staff, I truly believe that they want to do that. I think they want to get players who really want to play for the New York Knicks. And that's all you can ask for. When you look at RJ, he really wanted to play for the New York Knicks. When you look at Obi Toppin, he really wanted to play for the New York Knicks. Mitchell Robinson, I cannot say that for, but I truly believe that he was grateful for the New York Knicks to get him. So I believe he really wants to play for the New York Knicks, but he wants his money at the end of the day. And that's something that we're definitely going to have to pay attention to in these upcoming months with Mitchell Robinson. Because Mitchell Robinson wants his money. Do the Knicks value him enough to be able to give him the contract that he's asking for? And does he love being a Knick that much to where he's willing to take a discount, maybe lower than what he truly wanted, in order to remain with the team that he is with right now? Shout out to White Falcon. He said, if you don't want Rose to start, trade Rose and pick for Trey Jones and trade Randle, Grimes, and the future picks for Zion, a dynasty. I mean, that don't sound bad. Give RJ the keys, Lord. This is sad. I believe RJ Barrett already got the keys, man. You guys already seen the videos that that I've been talking about, man, and that I've been putting up as far as when it comes to Julius Randle and RJ Barrett. And that kind of, now that that you brought that up. Okay. Now that we got the whole draft situation out of our system, I just want to, I want to get a little serious here. And it's not for everyone, but just a few select. I say about maybe 1% of the viewers who watch my RJ Barrett tells Julius Randle video. So I'll be honest, this is not for everyone. And here's what I wanted to say. And I hope you guys are listening to me. This is what I wanted to say. Why do people get so sensitive about the most littlest things? Okay, that was the name of the video. I get it. You look at it, some people, looked at it as clickbait, and to be honest with you, that's cool too. But the one thing that kind of got on my nerves, which I want to thank you guys for supporting that video too. You bombed up that video. It got thousands of views. I truly, truly appreciate you guys for running up that video for me, because at the end of the day, I do this for you guys because I'm a Knicks fan and I know that you guys are Knicks fans, and I want to give you guys some of a different perspective than what you might normally hear on other channels. But for some of the people who was getting at me, I'm like, why berate me on that subject without watching the video? Because there was context to why I named it that. It wasn't meant literally. It was only meant to be a metaphor. So I was basically saying something that wasn't said in words, but in RJ's actions. I didn't mean no harm. I just realized that it's titles that grab attention. And that's what I did. I created a catchy title so you could view the video and walk away with a perspective relating to the entire video, not just the title. So with that all being said, was I wrong? Yes. And will I do it again? And hope you read into the entire video and not just the title? Well, yeah, I will do it again. But that's only if my true fam don't mind. But all in all, I just wanted you guys to know who was getting mad at me about the video, saying, oh, this is clickbait. RJ Barrett really didn't say those things. I just wanted you to know that it's just entertainment and don't take it seriously. I do this for your entertainment, but what I say within the video, I really meant. The title was just a title. That's all I gotta say about that. Shout out to Hinker Harms. He said Mitch Robinson is a good guy. We drafted him and took that first leap. Just match whatever any other teams are giving him, unless you can convince him to take less. Hinker also said your takes are good, and that is why we subscribe to you. Thank you, man. I appreciate you guys, man. I really do, man. I love. The most thing about it is, bro, that I really love, you guys coming to my videos and commenting in there, and not only just talking to me, but talking to each other as well, because that's what really matters to me. You guys connecting with not only me, but everybody else that's watching the video as well, because you have to take into account that we all Knicks family, and all of us can't be right. I'm not right. You're not right. But when we collectively bring our minds together and discuss the New York Knicks, I believe that that is such a beautiful thing. So that's one of the things that I definitely want to thank you guys on for always engaging into the videos with me and talking with me and letting me know your thoughts because I don't, some of the stuff that I say, it could be just me being emotional at that time and saying that. So I need for you guys to come in and, you know, tell me like, yo, listen, OUA, you bugging, bro. This is what should be done. This is what should be had with the New York Knicks. Hinker said, cannot even remember why I subbed, but I searched something last year and you made a vid on it. Search recently posted to escape all the ESPN Fox BS and your channel came up. Oh yeah, man. Yo, F Fox and ESPN especially because they all they do is bash the Knicks. Most likely you probably looked up when I was like ESPN and you know Fox Network and all of them be bashing the Knicks because that's all they do. They sit up there and make stuff about the Knicks. It don't even be a conversation about the New York Knicks and Stephen A and all of them would bring the Knicks up just so they could bash them. You know, but I just wanted you guys to know that I didn't mean no harm from that. RJ tells Julius Randle, this is my team now. I believe that's what the video is called. But that's I just wanted to let you know. But now to comment on what was in the video because I wanted to touch base on that again. And one of the things that I realized is that I believe it's time for Randall to take the high road and request a trade. And it's not just because of the development of other players like, Obi Toppin, which I got a video coming out soon talking about him, which will be dropping soon. So I want you guys to be on the lookout for that. But I believe Randall should leave for himself. It's obvious the Knicks fans could be ruthless. We all can say some really bad things sometimes, excuse me. And if you're playing for the Knicks, you have to have tough skin. And Randall doesn't have that. Let's be honest. So my question to him is, why stay and subject your mental well-being to the type of beating that you've been getting from the Knicks fans? I mean, you got your wife beefing with fans on social media, defending you, which she shouldn't even have to do. And it's not good for Julius Randle, her, or their household. And I know that Julius Randle, he came out saying, he wanted to bring a championship to New York and he loved New York and wanted to retire. Bro, it didn't happen. And if you really want to be honest with yourself, I don't think that it ever will happen with the leadership of the Knicks being under Julius Randle. So my advice to Julius Randle was this, man. Do yourself a favor and run for the nearest exit. I doubt it will phase us Knicks fans one bit. Because what I believe is RJ, Obi, Quick, what I believe that they are going to be next season, that's what gives me hope. And it lets me know that from what I seen them progress at now, that next season something is going to be brewing. So I mean, let me know you guys' thoughts. And I know you already was just saying it. Do you guys think that another season under the leadership of Randall is a good idea? Or should him and the Knicks part ways? Almond says, shout out to Almonds. He said the Knicks need Kai Soto. Is that his name, Sato or Soto? I'm not too familiar with him, but thank you for saying that because tonight after I watch, who playing tonight? I think it's the Celtics and the Heat, right? After I watch their game, I'm definitely going to be looking up. I'm definitely going to be scouting some of the players, and looking into these guys. And he's definitely going to be one of the people that I look into. So I thank you, Almonds, for saying that, and I'm definitely going to be looking to him. Henker Harm said we exposed Randall to something he never wanted. Bad place, awful situation, and I totally agree. White Falcon said, "Bye, Randall." Almond said the Knicks should draft a point guard or 3-and-D wing in the first round. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if you was watching our earlier comments. What do you think about what's his name? Benedict Mathurin. What do you think about him, Almonds? Besides, Kai Sato. What do you think about Benedict? And also, let me know what's your thoughts on Usman Dieng as well. He's the 6'10" forward out of New Zealand. Or what do you think about Benedict Mathurin? He's a 3-and-D player out of Arizona State. What do you think about those two guys? Because I'm not sure if you was here and in the earlier minutes when we was talking about the draft picks. Let me know. What's your thoughts on that, Almonds? And the question to respond to what you were saying, Henker, um the it's just it's the relationship is over with Julius Randle in the New York Knicks. I mean, I don't see where he could come back from what happened this season, from the thumbs down to his wife, and then you got news coming about him and his wife splitting and all of that. I think that the media has really gotten to Julius Randle to the point where it's really affecting him mentally as well as physically. So, I'm a good person. And I believe that, it will be best for Julius Randle to request a trade to another team just to be able to find himself, to be able to relax. And White Falcon said Obi is what happened. I disagree. I believe RJ is what happened. I believe that once the fans start getting, really acclimated to RJ Barrett and really looking at RJ Barrett as what he was, our homegrown talent. And then not only that, realizing that RJ Barrett has the potential to be a superstar in the future, no matter what other people, may say. I truly believe that in my heart that RJ Barrett can end up being a superstar talent in the league because he has that, that mindset to where he's like a Jason Tatum. He don't let nothing get him down. He doesn't get flustered. He knows how to take over a game and he knows how to play for the team. So I believe that what really messed with Julius Randle was he was no longer the king of the castle. That role was starting to go to RJ Barrett. Armin said Usman Dieng is really good. Yeah. And he could shoot. And not only that he could shoot, he could pass. The only thing that, I worry about is his defense. He's kind of slow. He's not a fast playing, but if he could be able to break down the defense like Luka Doncic, I believe that Usman Dieng will be a problem in the future. Alma said he's lengthy and athletic. Yeah, he's definitely tall. Shout out to Shotgunner. He said 11th pick RJ Barrett for Spider. Never. Hey, we had this conversation before, Shotgunner. I cannot give up RJ Barrett for Spider. Even though you made your good points about what you were saying about Spider and everything, that comes with him. He's definitely a great player, but if I had to make a choice, I would rather keep RJ Barrett because he's a bigger player. And I believe that he has more of an upside than Spider because of Spider's size. Not knocking Spider on anything. He's an awesome player. But I think I'd rather keep RJ. And if I could get, if I could send something else out and get Spider, then I'm all for it. White Falcon said RJ, when Obi steps on the court, oh my God. Yeah. I mean, I love the way Obi Toppin can run the court. I told you, man, I got a video coming up about Obi Toppin. So you guys be ready because I'm about to drop it. It's going to be dropping in the next couple of days. So, I hope that you guys, stay tuned so you can see that. White Falcon said, "Oh, never." White Falcon said, "Obi might be better than RJ." That never, never. I totally disagree, respectfully. Almond said he can be a key contributor to an NBA team. Definitely, Usman Dieng can definitely be a key contributor. So why not do that with the Knicks? I say if we could get Julius Randle out of Dodge and maybe package him and let's say Burks and get somebody a solid player back, I could live with them drafting Usman Dieng because I believe that he's the perfect player for our system because he'll be doing everything that Julius Randle did except that he's bigger and to an extent if you really look at him I believe he could be a better passer than Julius Randle. Hank Harm said, if we try. That's what you were saying, bro? You said sorry. Oh, sorry. If we put 100% into RJ, he can become whatever we want him to be. I totally agree. I see superstar written all over RJ Barrett, and that's what I want. That's what I want. I want Julius Randle to leave. I want this to become RJ Barrett's team because Julius Randle is a selfish player. No matter how many, assists y'all people may think that he gets, he's a selfish player because we've seen numerous times when the team is winning without his help, oh, he's mad. He's hurt. It shows all over Julius Randle. When he's not the main contributor to the win, he doesn't like to win. Shout out to Sue. Sue said, "Good evening, everyone. Sorry I couldn't be with you all today. It's okay, man. We love you, Sue, man. You already know, man. I do miss you. I wish you definitely could have been, but you know, it's all good. I give you this pay. You gave back the money for the payment that you was gonna get for today. So that's all good. That's all good. You forfeited your salary. Sorry." White Falcon said Obi can shoot, dunk, shoot free throws, rebound, pass, run. What I say wrong? He can't defend. He's not a good defender. He's not a good shot creator. He's not a good passer. I mean, I could keep going on with Obi. And those things don't equate to RJ Barrett. Sure, RJ Barrett is not the best free throw shooter in the league, but he can shoot free throws. He can shoot threes. He's proven that for 2 seasons now. He can run the offense. He could pass. He could take over. You get what I mean? White Falcon said, "Don't get mad at Juju. Juju had the ball with Peyton, and we were winning. Randall has no defenders. Fournier and Kemba compared to Frank, Peyton, and Bullock. Sheesh. I mean, I won't sit up here and lie, man. I thought that, with those players that we was going to definitely be a better team. But it showed that, it definitely showed with our defense. But the Knicks started pulling their defense together towards the end of the season. Towards mid-season, the Knicks started, becoming that top 10 defense. They finished as a top 10 defensive team. So, I believe that, at the beginning of the season, I thought that Fournier and Kemba, was going to be a better addition than Frank, Peyton and Bullock. I thought we was going to lose with a little defense, which we did, but everything was good. Shotgunner said, RJ is not a superstar. He is an all-star. My boy Spider never missed the playoffs in the West. That's what you call a superstar. Hit the likes. Facts. Hit the likes, y'all. Come on, man. We had to talk about this already, Shotgunner. We had to talk about this. Yo, he had a lot of help. He had Burks. He had Rudy. He had um God, what's the other dude name that was playing for them? That played for he had a lot of players, man. Right. White Falcon said Spider has a team. He does. He definitely had a team. So, I mean, Spider's a beast, man. Spider is definitely a beast, man. So, I definitely, if it happens for Spider, man, then I'm totally cool with that. As long as we not giving up RJ Barrett. But I'm gonna end this, podcast for right now. I want you guys to stay tuned because I do have a Obi Toppin video coming up. I got some more videos coming up with Julius Randle and RJ Barrett. We're gonna be talking quickly. We're gonna also be talking Grimes. So I mean, stay tuned and just keep rocking with your boy. I love I love everything that I'm seeing from you guys, man. You guys truly make this a good thing for me, man. You guys truly, I be seeing you guys, look at my videos, and it's just a wonderful thing. So I just want to thank you guys again for rocking with me from day one, man. And even if you're becoming new to my channel, I just want to thank you guys for just for rocking with me. But I'm gonna end this stream. We done put in like almost an hour. I don't want to take up all your time. Plus, we got this game coming up. So, I just want you guys to like, share, and subscribe, and stay blessed. And shout out to everybody who got into the comment section. Stay blessed again, and remember to always lead by example.